Hey, yo, Caps. You said I tried to downplay Swamp's win, right? You also said something along the lines that don't sell your soul for money or affiliation, but we're not gonna get into that because I've been popular since kindergarten and I done thrown several $10,000 to $15,000 events. I mean, my history speaks for itself, so feel free to look into that. But we're not gonna address that part. I caught that little slight shot, but I'm cool. I'm cool. You know what I mean? But I have been trying to reach out to you directly. I done been in your FB group trying to get the line on you. I used to have your number. I don't know what happened. But since I can't reach you, we gonna do it like this, on camera, same way you did it when you said my name. Keep in mind, I'm only replying because I respect you, though. So here's what I gotta say to the legend that is Angry Fan. It's 4 in the morning, I'm thinking about money. I need it, I want it, I can't even sleep. Could be gone any moment, know the cops looking for me. I'm not stopping or slowing, cause I gotta eat. Shout out to the trappers, we all back lit. It's D out of Henny Man Battle Rap Trap, and we definitely got the streets. Angry Fan, please shut the nah. The title is actually a slight troll since I feel like people trolling me. I mean, they can't be serious, right? But hey, Caps, I respect you, champ, and I'm not hard to reach out to. We about to talk about all the swamp comments, but first, I just gotta say, if you ever feel like my integrity has been compromised, I respect you enough for you to hit me up and tell me that straight up. And maybe I could clear up somewhere you might be confused, or maybe I might have to take accountability and, take some things into consideration. And it's crazy because the same day you came for me, I was on Hip Hop Is Real giving you props. Stay tuned for that interview. But yeah, hit my line next time. Even if you say it in the blog, say it to me too. And for the record, don't shut up. Keep talking your shit. We glad to have you back. Now, is Henny Man changing, bias, commercial, etc.? Let's be clear. URL has never, and I'm sure they never will, try to force an opinion of any battler on me ever. I know people say the machine is pushing certain artists and shit, but truth is, the fans are pushing them, the bloggers are pushing them, keeping them in the headlines, keeping their name relevant, etc. Even if it's in a negative light, niggas' most viewed shit is discussing what they claim to be their least favorite battlers. And that's fine, but just understand what y'all are doing. Continually talking on the battlers you hate keeps them circulating, and not for nothing, they're gaining new fans the whole time. Let's take Ace, for example. The fans hate Ace, right? But the fans voted for Ace to advance. The fans. Yet if I ever say he won, I'm biased. Or Twork. More and more people are speaking up for him, but all I did was say he won the second round, and I'm biased. URL ain't tell me say he won the second. I did that. Crazy thing is, I did the same for Bando versus Jay. I spoke on how fire his second was before speaking on the choke in the third. Why are people not going crazy about that? Y'all don't know the conversations I had with these guys behind the scenes, the brutal honesty I done given them. Shit, me and Twork just exchanged tweets the other day because I said Verb beat him in a small room. He replied with niggas is smoking dust. Then 1,000 of his fans blew my tweet up. I've also predicted Twork to lose to Geechee due to consistency, and we see what happened. So when people say I'm biased, it sounds crazy to me. It just tells me that y'all only look for what y'all look for. If you don't follow me, if you don't fuck with me, don't wait to speak on me till you got something negative to say, please. We all men. I don't got to sugarcoat shit. I feel how I feel. Just because I don't grab an axe and swing that motherfucker at the camera don't mean my method isn't just as effective as yours. And I'm pretty sure URL fuck with me because of the authenticity I represent as well. And Caps, I respect you to the point I'd have appreciated a congrats on the growth when I got the gig if you gonna choose to shit on me after. I'm just saying, that's how much I fuck with you for what you done for the culture. You know what I mean? But I guess you want to downplay me and my contributions. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's cool. I'm used to that. Far as have I gone or changed or gone commercial, man, please. Although my pictures get more likes when I got the blazer on, the bitches love it. Don't let that smooth shit fool you, man. I'm the exact same nigga. I still holler back at all my supporters as often as possible. You know what I mean? I still check for up-and-comers. I just left the Crucible shit yesterday. All of them fucking with me. I went out with my man Smooth the Jug, man. We took kill shots and all that. You know what I mean? I still look for new up-and-coming bloggers to try to support and put on. Shout out London Jen. You know what I mean? She making moves right now. So, yes, I'm appreciative of all the opportunities that have been extended to me. But we don't change over here. We grow. You know what I mean? So shout out to the growth once again. And now I got to shout out Black. I don't know if he wanted me to say this publicly, so I was going to put the screenshot on the screen, but I'm going to just tell y'all exactly what he said to me on June 17th. I hope your success shows you what I've been going through for years. Random haters, random lies, and complete jealousy. Welcome to the club. Wow. Did he call it or did he call it? Did he call it or did he call it? And first off, I got to salute everybody who did show me love when I got the gig, who did tweet me or hit me however they could or hop in the comments or just said in general, yo, Henny, this a good look for you. We proud of you. You did it for the trappers. And understand the fact that I never turned on this camera with intent to make it this far, and something I did resonated through the camera, and the biggest brand in the battle rap culture decided to put me on. You feel me? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Y'all don't gotta hate. Y'all don't gotta dislike me for that though. I'm still Henny. Y'all should look at it like one of us got in the door. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Shout out Black for that, because that definitely motivated me, and he definitely called it. A couple weeks later, you see what's going on. Now let's get to the choking, since that's what everybody want to talk about any motherfucking way. For those that don't know, I'm firmly against choking in a battle. You choke, you lost that round. I've literally always said that. It's always been that way. So that should have never been under question anyway. Like I said, if you're a real supporter, you know that. So that should have never been under question anyway, at no point with anything that was said during the stream. I'm going to also say this. Technically, Twork rapped enough to end it where he was and let the people debate. But he didn't, and it was obvious that it wasn't by choice, but that he was actually choking. Then he even acknowledged it himself after a fire second from both by saying, you lucky I choked in the first, or I was going third of you. He actually said 30, you dumbass, or some shit like that. To me, that means I lost the first and got the second. On to the third. This was where the bad choke happened. And I've seen mixed emotions. Some people saying ban him, bash him, stone him, don't book him. Some people saying, and it's mainly battlers saying this, trying to sympathize, especially now that Twork is taking his own accountability via Twitter. I know y'all think I just don't care, and honestly, that's my attitude towards a lot of things. But that wasn't the case with this battle. That one hurt. I'm sorry. I'm going to go further and say, I seen this man apologize to Anwar 100 times. He apologized to me 10 times. He apologized to himself. And yes, he did wrap his rounds before and after the battle flawlessly. And yes, it was extra things going on that could have affected his mental. But when it's already become a pattern, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. All that matters is what happens in that ring. So for those who need to hear me say it again, Swamp won. Swamp won. Anyway, did D.I. the Henny Man downplay Swamp's win? No. I gave credit. I said he won. People are saying that I said he didn't have quotables. What I actually said, because y'all are misquoting me, is that if the narrative is Swamp only had 4 quotables in his career, then he at least just doubled that. At least just doubled that and gave us 4 quotables in this battle alone that we're going to remember a year from now. Where I messed up at was asking Black to quote something on the spot. And then when he drew a blank, he told me to quote something on the spot. It's not that Swamp wasn't dope. It was because there was a lot going on off camera. I speak on that towards the end, but it was, it was just not something we could think of on the spot. You know what I mean? Like, so we took it to the chat, and that was for the fans to do. But I do believe the Swamp had several quotables. Matter of fact, the basketball with the titty in it, his bounce will never be the same, is one of the best bounce flips I've heard used against Twork. You know what I mean? I also like the feel Swamp brings. It's like he the cat that used to be in the streets. Now he changed his life for the better, but will go back if he has to. So he can either teach you or he could shoot you in the face. It's your choice. You know what I mean? That's the feel I get from Swamp. And then you mix that with the southern swagger and the charisma. I like his bling. You feel me? I see why he is rising fast regardless of his opponent's performances, because he has had some ops who has sloppier performances. We also discuss what vet should he get. I said Twork is the safer opponent because Twork could get violent with you, gun butt you all 3 rounds, and it could be a good back and forth if you show up. T-Top is a nigga who's more tactical. He will try to make Swamp look different and us look at Swamp different. So that, I said that, yeah. But that's completely irrelevant to the battle that just happened. Y'all predict T-Top versus Swamp right now. Most people are going to say T-Top, right? So I'm not wrong in predicting that. And once again, we were up there to waste time. For the record, I watched Danny Meyer's blog, since he's your favorite man of all time, Caps. He says Swamp still has a lot of growing up to do after the battle. I saw Jim's blog. He said Twork won the first, but the sloppy ending is what made him say, fuck it, Swamp got it. These are battlers saying this. Like I said, Danny is one of your favorite battlers. You gonna call them out too? Or maybe is it that people within the ring experience understand certain things that others might not get? But I didn't say these things, Cap. They did. Let's get back into what I did say. I said I wanted to rewatch the battle. Now, for the record, I could have meant to determine whether it was a 3-0 or 2-1. Y'all don't even know. End of the day, I said Swamp won, period. Why are people magnifying a battle rap fan wanting to rewatch a battle? That's a major reach, but I get it. Whatever you say can and will be used against you, right? I mean, that's what the police say. And listen, for every single Twork hater or Twork disliker, because it's not always haters, it's some people who just wish he did better. It's still those fans that are going to go to bat for Twork over and over and over and over again. So if y'all think URL is supposed to stop booking Twork like he isn't a ticket seller, you're wrong. Like, he hasn't showed up. The narrative used to, now let me tell you what the problem is. The narrative used to be Twork only shows up for URL. Twork shows up for URL every time, shows up for the other league some of the time. That used to be the narrative. You know what I mean? That used to be what it seemed like. Lately, even on URL, he hasn't been himself. We got to get him back to giving us classics, near classics, rememberable moments, quotables, all that shit. Let's not forget what the nigga has done in such a short amount of time. You know what I mean? Let's not forget what he's capable of, and let's not let him forget what he's capable of. If y'all got to keep applying pressure, keep applying pressure. But don't think that everybody got to say exactly what you say, exactly when you say it, or else they're the worst people in the world. Some approaches are different and equally as effective. I guarantee, like I told Caps, he could have called me. It's a million trolls that talk to me that I wouldn't even respect what they say. But Caps saying something made me say, damn, I wish you would have called me if you felt like this. Maybe we could have figured that out. You know what I mean? So the same way y'all coming at Twork, and that shit might not even penetrate his ears, but when I say something to him directly, he might respect it a little bit more. It's the same thought process. Y'all blogs are doing more for y'all and for y'all fans and y'all supporters. Do y'all really think that Twork is pushing play on y'all blogs? Any of y'all? He's not even gonna push play on this shit. So, you know what I mean? Like let's really think about that. But I got a direct line to him, and my opinion of him, I can give directly to him sometimes. And still keep it real on screen about what I just witnessed, which is what I did. I'm always going to do. And that's just me. So let's go there with it. Why was the event so long? Why were me and Black freestyling for an hour? What happened outside? I answer all that by saying this. Shout out Black, because we had the 4th battle of the day. Nobody knew it was happening, but it was happening right in front of y'all face. Me and Black versus the clock in the chat. Truth is, a situation allegedly occurred while we were inside doing our job. We were briefed on it and asked to go back on camera and try to keep the people entertained while everything was figured out. To my knowledge, none of the 6 actual battlers on the card that day were the cause of said situation, but it clearly affected the progress of the show. So the words y'all are weighing so heavily on and criticizing me for were all said while I was just as confused as the people watching and continuing to try and keep the people entertained, while admittedly distracting myself. And I say me and Black did a hell of a job. Smack seemed to appreciate it, so we at least did good enough. No, I'm not detailing the alleged situation, nor can I confirm it to be 100% true if I wanted to, because as I said, we were inside doing our job. Now let's talk Fonz and Ace. Shout out to Fonz for advancing and for maintaining professionalism to the best of his ability. I thought the first was close. Both had slip-ups. Ace had more, but Fonz had a few as well. I honestly liked Ace's first a little more. Uh-oh. Whoa, whoa, oh, they throwing shit up. Oh, shit. Was that a tomato, nigga? I honestly liked Ace's first round a little bit more. And before I'm called biased, I'm telling y'all the building agreed. I was right next to Surf and a few others. The field was 1-1 going into the third before all the little shoving match that happened at the bottom of the second. And shout out Black Compass. Even Dre's from Black Compass Media dropped a classic rant yesterday, and he said that Ace killed him in the first before saying how upset he was otherwise. So what I feel happened is his severe chokes in the second made people look at both rounds as a dub, mixed with the talking into the camera and, you know, you a bitch, you a whore, and getting overly physical with Fonz and not allowing Fonz to respond with his own aggressiveness. It was a bad look. And I'll use the example. I feel like that's why Big Hand lost as well, because he seemed to be the aggressor in the almost fight that happened during his battle with Brooklyn Hands. It's hard to root for somebody when you don't know what type of time they on. Do I know some behind the scenes things? Yes. But all that's going to matter once that camera cut on is what you do on that camera. So I edged Ace in the first. If you give Fonz the first, that's fine. He did enough rapping in there to take the first if you're saying that that's your opinion. The second, we automatically got to give to Fonz because Ace choked, even though he said he got to fight through it and all that. It was just a sloppy round altogether. And then when Fonz was rapping, he was getting through his material, and then the situation happened between them. And then he finished his round still. So we got to give him extra credit for that. He definitely took the second. I feel like Ace clearly got the third round, and Fonz was actually the one that was sloppy that round. Still, Fonz advances, and for being the most dangerous nigga in this tournament thus far, I say he deserves his spot. You feel me? Ace has all the potential in the world, and there's a few top tiers I know for a fact still want wreck with Ace. So I'm sure he gonna be okay. You feel me? But Fonz advanced. Shout out to that. I also got to shout out Jada Nightwing for advancing. I can't wait to see the final battle for it all. 25,000 at Nome. Ultimate Madness, crazy card. I mean, Ultimate Madness already has been a movie in its own, y'all. And what season 2 is bringing? Man, I just hope they bring me back to host again so I can piss people off by doing absolutely nothing wrong, just doing my job. You know what I mean? By the way, The Crucible, man, listen, it's not even a movie, it's a show. It's not even a movie, it's a show. We're gonna really be able to get involved in this, figure out these dudes' characters, who they are, you know what I mean? We're gonna be so invested in them that as they get cut, it's gonna feel like we got cut with a knife. It's so fire, y'all. I'm not lying. I bullshit you not, man. The first battles went down yesterday. They took 22 MCs down to 7 already. 15 people walk away. Very sad, man. And some of them are very talented as well. You know what I mean? So shout out to them, everybody who made it and didn't. But the Crucible is about to be crazy, man. The people are going to love this shit. And I know it's still going to be people who see this blog and got shit to say and still want to call me biased and all. Okay, call me biased if you want to, but don't make implications that URL is forcing me to say things. But when I was a regular blogger prior to the URL affiliation and people call me biased, I can defend you calling me biased. Don't act like it's because of URL or because I'm changing or anything like that, because that couldn't be further from the truth, man. I really appreciate the position URL has put me in. Shout out P, shout out Black Market Media. You know what I mean? Like, it feels way more like a family than a boss worker type of situation. You know what I mean? Some Smack walked up and said, "Welcome to the family." And that was a very proud day for me. You know what I mean? So let's not try to turn that into a negative thing. If you want to call me biased, call me biased. I don't agree. Plenty of people agree with the things that I say. Y'all just don't. And there's such thing as being biased against. I'm going to end with that. It's such thing as being biased against. That means you hate somebody so much that you can't see how somebody else can give them credit.
So that says something about that person because you hate them so much. Number one, you should never be that invested in battle rap that you literally hate a battle rapper. Anyway, we're not gonna go there with it. Yeah, man, we're not gonna go there with it. I don't give a fuck, man. Niggas could like me or not like me. Just don't call me fake. You know what I mean? If I respect you enough, I will respect your opinion and be willing to discuss it with you so you don't have to just go straight and turn on the camera before realizing that you actually might can change the way you feel. You might can change what you don't like about me because I respect you that much. Peace, brother. Anyway, this battle rap trap nigga, hey Caps, shut the fuck up! We got this street.
Back in the day it was only a dream. Now we the loudest niggas on the scene. Chasing this paper and split with my team. Not stressing cause mama done made me a G. Told my little bitch